Hey everyone, welcome back to another Alliance War video. This is Season 49, War 5, and we're up against CZSK. My team this war is going to be Wiccan, Shuri, and Moleman. All ranked 2, all awakened, so nice little war going on. So starting off, I've got Section 1 Path 4 CGR and Titania, and that Knull and Spider-Ham, Path 4 Section 2. Then I have that Attuma mini on 41, and Serpent Boss today. I'm going to be taking that with Wiccan. Super excited. Alright, let's get into it. My first fight is the CGR on Node 4. He's placed there pretty much every war, because I know there at least used to be a bug where he could like spam damnation over and over again. I don't know if that still exists, but Wiccan is just the best counter for him. Once again, I pop the Envelm boost, and I'm just going to ignore him throwing specials. And once again, he's just going to be very, very kind with throwing all of his specials instead of me having to push him to special 3, which makes the Envelm useless. Stick a little parry on the end of that, by the way. During this fight, I can go ahead and tell you, I did use more of my units to go for more of these Omega Days crystals, and thank God I did. I think I ended up getting Corvus and Awakening Moleman, which was like the best case scenario that could have happened. So now I get to use Awaken Moleman in this war. I really shouldn't have done that because now I'm so light on units for this season, but, you know, I'm going to get him back. I'll work him back, whatever, but, yeah, got a little lucky there. So, speaking of Moleman, he's going to be taking this next fight, this Titania on Node 13, and something really weird happens in this fight that I've never seen happen before. I've seen Moleman take a lot of fights, Path 4, Section 1. Never seen this happen. So I have full suicides on, and starting off on this fight, and I don't shrug them. I also ate a combo because I thought my parry landed. I don't know why I would have ever thought that. But yeah, just they don't get shrugged at all. I've never seen this happen. I don't know if this is something that is supposed to happen. And then Frenzy, I activate Frenzy, and I don't get guaranteed crits. So not only was my shrug failed, but the guaranteed crits from Frenzy also failed. So I'm freaking out here. Like, luckily I'm doing good damage, but now I'm like, I can't risk throwing any more special 1s or special 2s. Like, I just need to get to special 3 and throw it for some damage. Like I said, I am doing like a decent bit of damage, but the Suicide Mastery is just slowly ticking me down with that heal block. I'm not healing back from any of it. So here I am, little cornered. Get up to my special 3 and ended up dealing a ton of damage there with the Furies and the Suicides and all that. So I get out of this fight, but yeah, I'll need to look more into if that's something that just can happen with Moleman, and I've never seen it, or if I just got extremely unlucky, or it's a bug or something. Not really sure. But didn't want to take a breather after that fight. Just wanted to go. I have the advanced power boost for the next fight anyways, so I want to make sure it rolls over into this Knull. So just gonna use a couple potions, they're whatever, and then go into this Knull fight. Learn my lesson from last war. Not gonna use Wiccan here. I'm just gonna use Moleman. He's gonna be so much faster and therefore safer. You know, I'm always running like 5 out of 5 stand your ground, even in my like offensive builds, because I find myself eating a lot of heavies because I'm bad at the game, and I end up resisting half of them. So it actually saves me in a lot of fights. So here, wait for all those debuffs to shrug. Oh, and by the way, I am aware of the defensive ability accuracy reduction on that last node with Titania. I'm aware of that, and I'm aware that both of those things, in a way, could be defensive abilities, but I've just still never seen it happen. So before comments are like, there's defensive ability accuracy, or increased... No, yeah, it's the defensive ability accuracy reduction from one of the nodes. Like, I know it's there. Okay, anyway, so Moleman just nukes these fights. I ended up going with like a 150 skill boost instead of a 200, and it got me below a special 2, I think, in that fight, which is better than going to special 3. So I'll take that any day. Plus, those are cheaper. I want to save the 200s for, you know, bigger fights, so I'm glad that worked out. Okay, so we got this spider ham here. I took off suicides because I'm going to be using a different strategy here. Looking back on it, I probably could have kept him on. It would have been fine. But here, I don't really want to enter frenzy, or at least hold it off for as long as I can. And I just want to keep out of frenzy so I can shrug debuffs, and also so I have access to my true strike in, just in case I mess up something and he's able to evade. He won't be able to as long as I have true strike here. So I need to constantly be taking a couple blocked hits to bring my mass back down. So yeah, here, take a few hits. And I think around here, I don't notice that I cross a bar of power, so I do let him build some mass. And I think around, like right around here, I notice I'm like, oh crap, I need to drop this special one as soon as possible. So I do get him before 6. It would have been fine if he was able to evade, as long as I don't enter frenzy, but it's kind of difficult when you're gaining so many debuffs on this node to be able to do that. In fact, I think at the end of this fight, I do end up entering frenzy. Yeah, right here, I got too much mass, so I'm just going to full send it. Don't care about the debuffs, and those crits and bleeds at the end are going to take him down. So other than me not keeping track of my power that one time, a super clean fight, and I wasn't in any danger, realistically. Okay, on to my only mini-boss for this war, which is Attuma on node 41. Shuri, 9 times out of 10, is going to be the ideal counter for Attuma. She may not be faster than some options, but she just sort of shuts down everything that he's got going on. I ended up making some mistakes in this fight. A lot of them having to do with I kind of forgot about the root in this fight. Like, I knew it was there, but I didn't really plan on it having any sort of impact on the fight. And also, I ended up taking a lot of blocked hits trying to bait heavies because he just did not want to throw heavies for the most part. That was kind of weird that he threw that special one when he did. Like, I was sitting there holding block. So here, I really don't want him to throw another special because he has enough, like, concussions that he could go unstoppable from this. So I need to take off all of that hydration when I can. And yeah, so he's already up to 12 here, and I'm taking a lot of block damage, a lot more than I thought I would, because she does have, like, I know that the node is taking away my block proficiency, but Shuri has such a good block. But should be okay here. Just trying to bait out the special 2 again. Here, I get away, and then the root hits me. I was like, oh, crap, I gotta worry about that. And here he's up to 13 concussions, so another special, like, even if he has no hydration, he can shoot up to 20 at any point. He's not throwing heavies. He's hitting into my block a bunch. He went unblockable there. I'm just wanting to get out of this fight as soon as possible. There, I parry again, even though I really shouldn't. I parried again because I was hoping he would immediately throw a heavy like he normally does. I eat a heavy there. He's unstoppable. Here, I actually need to parry to take away his unstoppable. So I do that here, and he shrugs it off. And I'm rooted again. Use a special to get out of it. And I really just need these shocks to start doing a little more damage. So there, he throws a heavy before he can go unblockable again. I drop the special one, and he goes down. Pretty sloppy fight from me in, like, a decent war that I was having. There was the Mole Man fight that didn't go to plan, but that wasn't necessarily my fault. So, not the best fight to end on right before going into a very scary boss fight. But here we are. So, yeah, I'm going to be using Wiccan for Serpent. Wiccan melts a lot of bosses because they gain so many buffs, and he's able to just use that to fuel his damage. My one concern going into this fight was going to be the chip damage into my own block. So I did opt for the block proficiency stat focus to try and mitigate some of that chip damage. I don't know if it shows on, like, this fight screen. On, like, the intro screen, I hadn't changed it yet. But yeah, so I opted for some extra block proficiency, thinking, that might be something that's useful in this fight. Although it only gives me an extra 3% block proficiency. Maybe that's not. I thought it was more. Anyways. So, starting off here, I want to build some prowess when I can from some parries and some reparries. I'm not the best reparrier, but, I get by. All right, and now we go ahead and get that neutralize up, and the goal is to just keep it paused, keep it up as much as possible. So here, take a little bit of a special into the block, not too bad. I'm stacking up these incinerates now, converting them and converting the shocks into plasma. So everything's going pretty well right now. And yeah, every hit is just giving him an incinerate because it's trying to apply that resistance buff, either physical or not, on the boss. Here, I do let my neutralize slip, but I get it back as soon as possible. He is able to get another buff that's going to be fueling his attack, though, so that's not great. So there he throws another special one. I'm winning the health race, but I'm losing a little more health than I thought I would based on some reference videos that I saw. So not having a great time right about now. And here he's going to end up gaining another resist buff because I let neutralize fall off again. Sometimes it's just tough to keep it up all the time, And yeah, a lot of block damage going on right now. I probably could have dropped a special one maybe for some healing, but I didn't really think about it. I did use an invuln, by the way, so I can safely push him to special 3. I was hoping he would throw less specials than he did, but he ended up throwing quite a few. But yeah, push him to special 3. Doesn't really matter because I have the invuln, and I'm going to stop the power game buff that he gets. And here, get out of the corner, get out of this fight. Lost like almost 70% health, though, all to block damage. A little scary. Not exactly sure how this would go against a rank 3, but maybe I'll figure that out at some point. Maybe I won't. Who knows? But yeah, that'll be it for this war. We're 5-0 on the season, so a great start. And I will catch you on the next one. See ya.